Some people would call what I do Americana. It's mostly original songs, driven by slide guitar and banjo, inspired by American roots, meaning anything from blues to old-time mountain music to rock and roll. When I was 11 years old, I had to do a report for my music class. One of the projects was to make an instrument. I didn't hear the word orchestral. So when I actually got the real instrument, the real banjo on my 12th birthday, I remember trying to plink out do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, you know? During high school, I was getting good grades, but I would always focus on learning theory, learning classical theory, jazz theory. Then I'd get home and I'd practice for 6 to 8 hours. And it was around that time that a friend of mine said, "You should enter the National Banjo Contest." Really? He said, "Yeah, man, you'll win." I was like, "Nah, what?" So I actually started preparing for it when I was about 18 and worked up some versions of some tunes. And I entered the contest, National Banjo Contest, and I ended up winning. And it was kind of a big boost to my morale and to my whole way of thinking about, well, maybe I could do this for a living. I went to college as a fine arts major, but I snuck into a lot of the music classes because I kind of knew I wanted to be a musician for a living. But I couldn't really do both, you know? Sculpting takes so much time. So when I got the opportunity to hit the road, I left college to do that, and I left sculpting.
Tony toured with established bands and had a solo career on the banjo. He learned slide guitar and has spent the past 2 decades performing Americana and bluegrass music all over the world.
A cupping on a rainy morning, a cupping on a rainy night. Stagger Lee and Billy DeLine had a great big fight. Oh, the bad man, cruel Stagger Lee. Mr. Line told Stagger Lee, "Please don't take my life. I've got 2 little babes and a darling loving wife." Oh, the bad man, cruel Stagger Lee. Oh, now would I care about 2 little babes and a darling loving wife? You done stole my Stetson hat, I'm gonna take your life. Oh, the bad man, cruel Stagger Lee. About 5 or 6 years ago, when I moved back to Portland from my LA stint, I just got the urge to start sculpting again. I said, I can't hold this back anymore. Sculpting is my place to disappear from the intensity of the music business. This part of the process is the funnest, you know, actually sculpting and looking where I need to add the clay or subtract, or, you know, add a little bit of pudginess here or there, and you know, it's like all the little fun little details. I just love like making the little things, you know, getting in there and make the ear, figure out how to make the meerkat ear. What'd you do today, Tony? Well, played my banjo a little bit and made a bunch of meerkat ears. My favorite part of the sculpting process is the exploration. It's discovering where a sculpture can go, and once I kind of get an idea of where it's going, then it's like I feel like I found a cool path, you know, and I go right down it. Maybe I'll get in a gallery, you know, that's all plans for the future. But for now, it's just, it's my learning space and my fun place. It's my happy place. Break for the state line. You tether it to the bloodline.
He's working on a song with Stephanie Schneiderman. She's a singer-songwriter and his wife.
To your harsh words, there's a man down, a man down. So that chorus again. What was it? Break for the state line. Break. I think when I'm writing a song, I'm crafting it. I know that some people think, you know, there's all these songs in the ether, you know, I'm just finding it and pulling it in. I don't think that's the way it is for me. There's a man down, a man down. I've got to get those chords right. There's not one way a song has to go. There's not one way a tune has to go. You know, you're crafting it. You're going whatever direction you're exploring. You know, they're explorations pretty much. Like a whisper in the morning, watch you fade away. All your golden, broken moments, they can't make me stay. They can't make me stay. Hey. I feel like I have a pretty good balance. I feel like I'm in a really good space with it all, you know? If I can make little discoveries, if I can explore avenues of something, either with an instrument or with clay, that's something that's just the root of what I love doing.